Yo, what it
Yo,
do?
yo, what
What
it
it
do? What
do?
it do? It is the Sons of Mayhem. And again, like I said it before, my name is the Ting Tang Master, and that is Baloo.
Baloo.
And today, what we got is our list for top 10, video games that we've ever played. That also, sometimes we might like the whole franchise or maybe a single video game from that franchise that
Top
really,
10, top 10.
So top 10. Um, our list. So, Baloo, you're gonna go first. Why don't you read off your top 10? Tell me a little bit of each game and why you like it.
All right. Well, the first game I'm gonna read off is actually my top 10. Uh, my number 10 is Bejeweled. Um, that was a really fun game back in the day, and I still play it once in a
Yeah, me
while.
too.
But it's really addicting, you
Yeah.
know. Um, I can see myself putting it away for a while and then coming back to it again later, and I'll feel like it's a whole brand new game again.
Yep.
But
Puzzle
yeah, I
games.
ended up putting that as my number 10.
That's a good game.
Um, Number 9 is gonna be Sonic, the Sonic franchise. You know, Sonic the
That was
Hedgehog.
good. That was a good
Yeah,
franchise.
when I was younger, I used to play like crazy. I loved his games. And then number 9, Soul Calibur.
Well, you said number 9 was
Oh no,
Sonic.
I mean number 8. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I mean number 8
Soul
is
Calibur.
Soul Calibur. Yeah, that's another good fighting
Is that
game.
what, like, your only fighting game?
Yeah, I think that's my only fighting game.
Wow. Yeah, pretty good. All right, what's number 7, buddy?
Number 7, Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy
That's
franchise.
a good game.
Yeah, the graphics, the storyline, love it.
Cool.
All right. Number 6 is the Command and Conquer franchise.
That's a good ass franchise
Yeah,
right
you
there.
got Red Alert, Renegade, Tiberian Sun. What I loved the most was how they pushed it from looking at the small little bases to actually being inside the bases, infiltrating. In third, was that first person?
Yeah.
Yeah, first person. That was brought by Renegade. Um,
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I remember that game too.
yeah, and then let's see, we're gonna move on the list here. Number 5 is Zelda. On all platforms that it was made for.
It was
So
only made for
I mean,
Nintendos, yeah.
yeah, I played it on Wii, and I say it's still a really good game to play.
Oh yeah.
It
There's
lasts
a
a
new one
long
coming out.
time.
So yeah. Alright. Zelda's a good game. I have it for the Wii myself actually. So,
And number 4 will be Ace Combat.
that's a
Yeah,
good I have
Ace
Ace Combat
Combat,
too.
and then
Yep.
they're coming out with a new one. That's gonna be out pretty soon too.
Check it out.
Number 3, I had to put this as number 3. Mario Kart, baby.
Oh, you know.
Mario Kart.
That's funny as shit
I
right there.
pop
I
your
like
balloon.
it.
um, let's see. Number 2, Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
guys
you've
know
only
what that
but
is.
yeah.
And then my top one favorite is Battlefield 2142 for PC. That fucking game is sweet. I
That is a
love
good one.
how the graphics are, the way the gameplay is, how you have to infiltrate actual ships. You have to actually go into the core of the ship and blow it up from the inside. It's crazy, but you guys, if you never played it, try it. I'm pretty sure you'll love it.
Tell you the truth, that was the first Battlefield I played. That's to me that's the best one too. If I had to pick a Battlefield game, that was the one for me too. All right, so it's time for the Ting Tang. Ting Tang, what it do? What it do? Anyway, my number 10, he had Bejeweled. I had Tetris because that shit is addicting as shit. Um, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to say that Tetris is this. It's one of those crackhead games. You know what I mean? It never really gets old.
It was still fun, yeah.
Yep. So that's my number 10, and yeah, I mean I still play that game. It's ridiculous. So number 9, we're gonna get up in here. Mortal Kombat. Now, Mortal Kombat was a breath of fresh air from like Street Fighter and Fatal Fury and all the other ones, Art of War and Art of War, Art of Fighting. But it had fatalities. It was one of the first games that had that you could kill somebody, and this dude, it was brutalizing. There was blood in there. It was nuts. It was a great game. Number 8, And I have 3 fighting games, so I already said one. Number 8 is Tekken, and out of all the fighting games, Tekken's probably the one I do the best at. You know what I mean? I remember, I think it was Tekken 3, but remember survival mode, you'd have to last as long as you possibly can with one energy bar, and you'd
Yeah,
get a
I
little
remember
bit,
that.
you'd get a little bit back, but the more you go, the less you get. You know what I mean? And I know that at the time, within a month, the record was like 365, like consecutive wins on using whatever. That was like the record, and I beat that fucking record. I know I did. So, um, that was pretty tight, and I was just real. I could do all the counters. I mean, I would have perfects all the time naturally. Boom, one after another, man. It was tight. It was tight. It's still a tight game. I still love playing it, man. You know what I mean? So Tekken, amazing. I love it. Number 7, Resident Evil.
Oh,
I talk about all of them. You know what I mean? I would say, I played 1, 2, I played 3, but I gotta say 1 and 4 were the ones for me. Like, I got into 4, like, cause I kind of strayed away from 3, but 4 was amazing. 5 is pretty good too, and 1 obviously was. I played that game like 2 o'clock in the morning the first time I played it, and then that whole scene when the zombie turns around and shit and looks at you, that was scary as shit. You know what I mean? So I always, it's still in my head. It sticks in my head. And Resident Evil, what a tight game right there. And what is that? Okay, so we're gonna go to, I got number 6 here, and that's Gears of War, because Gears of War was the first game that I played in Xbox 360. I didn't get an Xbox the first one. I got an Xbox 360, and I was hooked on that game for a long time. And I got Gears of War 2. I have Gears of War 3 right now, and they're all good. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong. They're so epic when you play them. The graphics are amazing. You can saw somebody down, with a chainsaw on your gun. That shit is dope. When I first played it, I was like, oh my god, this is tight. So number 5, I'm gonna go with Metal Gear. And
Okay.
I'm gonna take particularly, like, I played the Nintendo ones, and I wasn't really hooked on them. When I got hooked on them was Metal Gear Solid 3. That was the one I really was like hooked on. PlayStation 2, and I think it was that one where Mantis, you'd play him. Or it was PlayStation 1, I forget. And if you played against him, he was a boss, and he could read the games in your memory card, and he'd make fun of you if you played like Castlevania or some shit. It was like fucking like he was reading your mind. And then you'd have to switch your controller to the second port. It was pretty nuts. It was amazing. That was like the most memorable bad guy, one of the most memorable bad guys in any video game. It sticks in your head. He read your mind. So that was pretty tight right there. Where am I at? I'm at number 4 right now, and number 4 is, obviously, I gotta have Street Fighter because it's a legendary thing. Really, Street Fighter's still here, and there's a reason why all the other fighting games are popular, because Street Fighter games are popular. You know what I mean? All the standards in fighting games. If you can compete with Street Fighter, then you're still around. If you're not, then you're gonna, you have to, try and make way and try to stay 2, 3, and 4. You know what I mean? Because there's no fifth. You know what I mean? It's usually, but Street Fighter, you got like Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? The other ones, who cares? Nobody really cares. So, I mean, maybe the King of Fighters. I love that one too. But yeah, Street Fighter is number 4. Number 3, just like my man Beluski, I'm going to pick Mario Kart. And he knows that Mario Kart is one of my favorite games. I was almost going to put it number 1, to tell you the truth. But yeah, Mario Kart, I can never get bored of that game. You want to challenge me? I'll take it serious. I'll take it to a whole new level and shit.
I'll kick your ass.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it didn't matter what system. I had it for everything. DS, Wii, Super Nintendo, whatever. It didn't matter. So I had it all. Number 2 ski is the Call of Duty franchise. The game that really I'm still hooked on to this day. I know a lot of people are going to hate on it because people say it hasn't really progressed since Call of Duty 4. Nothing major, but neither has any other game. It hasn't progressed, and no game can really beat the franchise yet. You know what I'm saying? With its fluidity and stuff. Battlefield 3 is looking good. I like that game. Maybe next year, that's going to be on the list. Who knows? But for now, that's my FPS. You know what I mean? That's going to be the top FPS. And number 1, we're going to go with Rockstar Entertainment. And that's going to be Grand Theft Auto series. I don't give a damn. That game is the shit. When I first played that game, open world game, I was like, the possibilities are endless if they can make it even better. Like when I played Grand Theft Auto 3, and Vice City, you could ride the bikes, and San Andreas, you could make your guy look like 50 Cent or like a fat dude or whatever. It didn't matter. And number four, amazing graphics, and the storylines are really good. You know what I mean? That's one thing it doesn't hinder is the storylines are really good, and usually the graphics, it stepped its game up in when four came out. So I'm looking forward to number five, and that's another game. I get that game, I lose a social life. So anyway, that is our top 10 list of video games that have inspired us, and we really like what we think is the best, and we can play any of these games right now and not really be bored.
We'd be
To
happy.
tell you the truth, yeah.
I know.
So I'm gonna say honorable mentions. I'm gonna say Oblivion, the Oblivion series. I actually like playing in it. You know what I mean? And I was thinking about putting in there. If I had top 15, it'd definitely be in there. Fallout is another one. It that would probably be 11. I was gonna take it and put it in 10, but I had to put Tetris. You know what I mean? Because that's a game. But Shadow of Colossus on PlayStation 2. I mean, all the RPG games for me are outside of the top 10 because I didn't play them as much as I played these ones. So I don't know.
This list was kind of a hard choice
Yeah.
because there was other ones that I wanted to put on here.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck,
yeah.
I just gotta put the ones that.
If it was top 25, it'd be a whole different. And I'm gonna say it's even though it's only been out for a few years or whatever, but Batman Arkham Asylum. If Arkham City is good, was the first one or even better, then that franchise is gonna be in there because they're gonna have a number 3. I know that. But Batman Arkham Asylum, that game was the shit. I love that game, dude. And I was gonna put it in there, but it still hasn't reached the headway of all these other games. These games have like all franchises. If you look at them, all of them have franchises. They all have at least 3 games in their franchise. You know what I'm saying? And Halo is another one. I don't know what else games. Probably the KOF fighting series and Soul Calibur fighting series too. You know what I mean? Sonic too. I like playing that one too. So and that's pretty. And another honorable mention is Condemned. Some people like it, some people don't. I really liked it. I like playing both of them. So check that out. That game is super cheap. It's like fucking $5 right now on Xbox 360 probably. If you go to GameStop used or under that, that's a good game. And check it out. All those games that we mentioned, honorable mentions, all can be in anybody's top 5 to tell you the truth. So yeah. Until next time, we might have a gun review or gameplay or whatever. So we might even put another video up actually. So yeah. Catch us on the flip side.